Best advice you've ever received in your life? Could be business, could be personal.
Oh dear, that's a hard one.
Did you get any writing advice or speaking advice from anyone? Or did you learn all that on your own?
No, I trained right here in London. I took courses on public speaking. I trained with a training company called Learning Tree International. I see they still exist. They do technical training. I video recorded training sessions and played them back and learned how to do it, and then practiced for 20 years. So that's I think probably the best advice I've received from a professional perspective is to be honest, as much as possible. To be honest, to admit mistakes, and to be honest. And then if you combine that with really just focusing on what you really enjoy doing, I think, and I have people coming up to me all the time and asking me, what should I do in Bitcoin? Which is a really strange question. It's like, am I going to give you the magical startup idea that you just take, copy, and it doesn't work like that. Entrepreneurialism doesn't work like, life doesn't work like that. So when people ask me, what should I do in Bitcoin? I say, well, what are you passionate about? And the funny thing is that most people can't even answer that question. What do you really love doing in life? Or even better, what is the one thing that if you're not doing or not achieving in life, you can't sleep, you can't think, you have to be doing, right? What is the thing that drives you? Perhaps all the way to drives you insane, but certainly drives you. What is the thing that you will pour your energy into? Plus Bitcoin. That, find a way to make it. If you're really interested in Bitcoin, find a way to make it in Bitcoin. If you're really interested in something else, do something else, whatever. Combine your talent with your passion. Find the thing that really drives you. And for me, in business, most people are either doing something that they really don't care about. And there's nothing worse than doing what you care, because then
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.
the day never ends. No reward is going to make it worthwhile. And of course, the reality of life is that for the vast majority of people, that's the only option they have, and it's a terrible life. I feel very privileged to be able to do my passion. So I think that's it. Like, figure out what it is and then do that if you can, or at least try to work towards doing that at a later date.
It's great advice. Last part of that question is to the 20-year-old that's listening to us around the world, in any of these countries, maybe some of these BRIC countries, or maybe sub-Saharan Africa, or maybe even in the USA, Canada. What's the one thing they can do to kind of advance the cause of cryptocurrencies?
I think there is a certain danger to trying to advance the cause of cryptocurrencies, because people can get a bit obsessed with that and or distracted by that, and then they end up seeming like they're self-serving or recruiting into a cult or something like that. And that's not the point. I think the point is experience learned, use it yourself, first of all. If you're not using it yourself, you can't possibly expand the cause. So try to use it and use it frequently, and use Bitcoin digital currencies and learn about it. Think of it as a career opportunity, especially if you're a 20-year-old. This is like learning how to do iOS apps in 97 or how to do HTML in 95. Sorry, it wasn't 97, in 2007, sorry, learning iOS apps or HTML in 97. It has the potential to lead to a rather specialist skill that you can turn into an advantage in the workplace. And then in terms of making Bitcoin happen, really there are two things. We need to make Bitcoin easier to use, and we need to make Bitcoin more secure, and then don't worry about it. Time will take care of it. Bitcoin solves real problems for real people. You don't need the hard sell. You don't need to recruit. You don't need to push it on people. In fact, that turns people off. Explain the benefits, demonstrate it, really important. Let people experience it. Give them some Bitcoin, let them try it out, play with it, and then let time take its toll. I mean, the really interesting thing is that we're not doing this in a vacuum. We're doing this in an environment of banks and national currencies. And the one thing I can guarantee you is that there will be an endless set of disappointment from banks and national currencies. Let people experience Bitcoin and let their bank persuade them that it's a better system by screwing them over, taking their money, freezing their check, delaying their pay. Let their national currency persuade them Bitcoin is a better option by bailing their bank account, inflating away the wealth of their next generation, destroying their children's college fund. And they'll come to Bitcoin.
What the London Real Investment Club actually does for you, it gives you the keys to open that door to the inside deals. In the last 3 weeks, I've participated in 3 incredible deals: a layer 2 Bitcoin protocol, an incredible AI protocol. The deal flow is beyond what I expected. I don't think I've ever seen a model like this that just gives average folks the opportunity to be behind the deals, and that's exactly what we've done. Not only that, you get to hang out with Brian Rose every week. And for me, that was huge because I look at Brian as somebody who's not only an expert in the space, and I think is on the leading edge, but just the leading edge of thought with London Real and the work he's doing there. To anyone who's taking a serious look at this, I know it's a big decision. It was a big decision for me and my family, and it is one of the best decisions I've ever made. So I wish you all the best and hope you come join us.